water filtration, solar panels, firefighting equipment, camera phones, scratch-resistant lenses, wireless headsets, and even artificial limbs. What do all of these everyday technologies have in common, you might ask? Well, all of them are technologies that wouldn't have been possible without the help of NASA, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. Astronomy has been the home of so much scientific discovery, and the scientific community is still discovering so many things. Just last year, scientists captured the first image of a black hole, and the company SpaceX is trying to reduce the cost of space travel to make the colonization of Mars possible. Any of you could one day be working to create technologies that will improve our own planet, or maybe even be exploring another one. But everyone has to start somewhere. So today, we will be learning the basics about our solar system and the phases of planet Earth's moon. We can remember the order of the planets from closest to the sun to farthest from the sun with the phrase, "My very excellent mother just served us noodles." The first letter of each word is the first letter of each planet. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. We can also remember the phases of the moon with the phrase, "Never can quit getting food." The first letter of each word is the first letter of the shape that the moon takes when we look up at it. New, crescent, quarter, gibbous, and full. You may have heard the terms waxing and waning, and these terms just describe whether the shape we see is waxing or growing, or waning, shrinking. We will also learn about nebulae, massive clouds of gas and dust, and how the gravitational collapse of one may have formed our very own solar system.
First, let's start by talking about the solar system. The solar system we live in is composed of the sun, planets, moons, comets, and asteroids. We're all pretty familiar with the sun because we get to see it every day. But what is it actually made of? The sun is actually a large, extremely hot ball of gas. Because it's so large, its gravity holds the solar system together. What are the other main parts of the solar system? The most important parts are the planets, which are large bodies that orbit the sun. Remember, the planets in our solar system are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Remember the phrase, "My very excellent mother just served us noodles." This will help us remember the names of the planets. Let's start by visualizing the solar system. For this activity, you'll need a solar system hat template, some scissors, tape, and markers if you want to color them. First, cut out the 8 planets in the hat template. You can color these if you want to. Next, label the planets from 1 to 8 on the back, just so we keep track of them. Remember, Mercury is our first planet, so we'll put a 1. For Venus, we'll put a 2. For Earth, we'll put a 3. For Mars, we'll put a 4. For Jupiter, we'll put a 5. For Saturn, we'll put a 6. For Uranus, we'll put a 7. Last but not least, for Neptune, we'll put an 8. Next, tape the planets to the circles on the hat template, in the correct order of the planets, from 1 to 8. The last step is to tape the ends of the 2 hat pieces together to make a loop. Now you can wear your solar system hat. Let's take a closer look at our planets and think about how big our solar system actually is. First, it's important to note that our first 4 planets closest to the Sun, which are Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars, are known as terrestrial planets. They are small, have solid rocky surfaces, and don't have rings. Our last 4 planets that are very far from the Sun, which are Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, are known as Jovian planets. They're very large, they don't have solid surfaces, and they have rings, even though some can't be seen. So now let's make a scale model of the solar system. This model will show you how far some of our planets actually are from the Sun. For this activity, you'll need a planets template, toilet paper, some scissors, tape, which is optional, and markers if you want to color. Roll out 38 squares of toilet paper. From here, you can either cut each square in half and tape them together, or you can leave it in one long strip and number the halves of each square. Here, I simply numbered the rectangles. Next, find a large space that you can work in and roll out your toilet paper. Put the sun at the very left of the strip of toilet paper. Count 1 rectangle from the sun and place Mercury there. Count 2 rectangles from the sun and place Venus there. Count 2.5 rectangles from the sun and place Earth there. Count 4 rectangles from the sun and place Mars there. Count 13 rectangles from the sun and place Jupiter there. Count 24 rectangles from the sun and place Saturn there. Count 49 rectangles from the sun and place Uranus there. Count 76 rectangles from the sun and place Neptune there. As we can see, our solar system model is very large, but it's not even close to how large the real solar system is. In fact, each rectangle on our model represents 36 million miles. Now let's look at our planets. Our first 4 terrestrial planets are very close to the Sun. Our jovial planets are spread out over the rest of the model. Neptune is so far out, it's about 2.7 billion miles away from the Sun. It's really amazing to think about how small we are on Earth compared to how large our solar system actually is.